I'm from the Czech Republic, Prague, and my committee is Agri.
I'm Rowan, I'm an INTA and I'm a delegate of Sweden.
Hi, I'm Rowan and I'm from the UK delegation.
Hi, my name is Anlou. I'm 24 years old. I'm from the Netherlands and I'm part of the governing body of the European Youth Parliament.
My name is Hermione Bentisesso. I'm 19 years old and I represent the National Committee of YOUROPE Italy.
I'm Andrej Jankovic from Libe Committee from Serbia.
Hello, I'm Tom Andrews. I'm from Ireland and I'm in the Libe Committee.
Hello, my name is Anastasia. I am 20 years old. I am from Barcelona, Spain, where I study medicine. But here at the session, I'm one of the vice presidents of the academic board.
I do. They had that as a theme at my NS in Lund this week.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
I didn't know that it was the European Year of Youth, no.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yes, they mentioned it during the session.
Not to my knowledge.
Yes.
Yes, I did know that.
I heard about it mostly during Brexit and all that.
I perceived it as kind of this customs union thing that my dad liked because he could bring in products from other EU countries into our country.
I perceived it as a safe space and as basically a factor that provides us with freedom and with many benefits.
I suppose I knew that from plaques or something, I knew that I gave funding for things, but I didn't really feel connected to it. I knew it existed, and I knew we were in it, but I wasn't really too connected to it.
I always perceived it as some institution that can really influence a lot of people, but was mainly the EU out there.
I don't know whether that's because Ireland is kind of just further away from the EU, being mainland Europe, and we're just off.
I really didn't perceive it as a bit close to me as a person.
To be honest, the European Union just seemed like something very abstract in my mind. I didn't really understand what it was. I just knew it was like an alliance kind of between countries.
A collection of countries formed after World War II to help people, bring people together and create a shared community.
It's like an organization that involves all of these governments that can work together and lead to progress.
I've had the opportunity to take part in these sessions, and I'm part of a Erasmus program that gets EU funding.
I was able to travel here just on my ID. I did not have to take my passport.
Thanks to, multiple European regulations, I can travel even though I'm not a European citizen. In fact, I'm still a Filipino citizen, but thanks to Italy being part of the European Union, I can travel whenever I want.
The EU actually partially funds my studies, so the master's program I'm in is an Erasmus Mundus Master's, which means I get to do it at several different universities instead of just one.
My biggest problems would be just general apathy for younger people who just don't vote or whatever because they feel like politicians are all the same and they can't get any benefits from it, and just the rise of extremism generally.
I worry a lot about polarization. I think currently a lot of people have very diverging views on things, which is in itself not a problem, but the current way that this is being communicated about and the further and further apart people are being drifted is a cause of concern.
This has led to much more discrimination, once again, racism, homophobic comments, and all of that, and that's something that deeply worries me because it doesn't align at all with the European values that I believe in.
Not having time and reaching consensus on some important issues, and nobody's working towards a common good goal. So probably nationalist selfishness.
It's societal and environmental, just being the climate change crisis. Climate change obviously leading to environmental, economic, social problems, just a range of different problems.
The mental health crisis that Europe's youth is currently facing, especially with the effects of the pandemic still very much present, and with all the social restrictions that we had back then.
I worry about the war and the Ukrainian refugees, because I know that we have a lot of refugees. I think it's nearly 500,000 of the Ukrainian refugees, and we were really welcoming in the beginning, but people are starting to believe disinformation. For example, that there's no war and that they are coming just to be in the Czech Republic for free. So I am worried that the Ukrainian refugees will not have as much support as they had before.
Not enough youth is involved in decision making, therefore the solutions that are often provided lack context or lack perspective. Therefore, I think that it is crucial that we involve more young people into decision making.
Well, I think that they need to be more down to earth, and by that I mean that they need to be directly in touch with the people that have these problems, and not just say it abstractly.
I think that politicians should pay attention to what like conferences or forums or sessions like this come out with, because it's like we're here already, we're giving output, so they might as well listen to what we have to say.
I would like literally politicians to come to school and literally talk to people person to person, like, okay, what do you think is a problem? How can we approach that? What is your opinion on the matter?
I think that politicians should tailor their manifestos to things that will be more kind of inclusive and applicable to young people.
There is a kind of elitism in that they don't have any insight, and I think that can be fixed through, well, just having more young politicians, and that the existing ones have a young voice that talks to them.
I would like us to be taken seriously. I want us not to have just a seat at the table or for them to just hear what we have to say, but them to actually take it into account and realize that we actually do know what we're talking about when we talk about stuff that impacts us, and that a great deal of things they decide will impact our future.
In order to listen to different perspectives other than the ones of people who already engage in European political participation, we decided to interview locals in Kortrijk with the help of our editorial assistant, Jeroen.
In uw ogen, wat is de grootste of meest, wij zouden pressing zeggen, meest urgente probleem wat wij nu als individueel Belgen, Europa, wereld, wat wij nu...
Momenteel, ja, dat is het milieu zeker niet. De grote vraag. Dat is zo eigenlijk zeer vaag voor veel mensen die daar alleen niks van af weten. Klopt dat allemaal wel, dat alles nu zo warm wordt door het milieu? Of is dat gewoon de natuur? Nou, wij kunnen er toch veel aan doen hier. Dus, ik geef nu dat voorbeeld van, dat is dus eigenlijk een oplossing die dus niks van het milieu vergt en eist. En zo simpel en goedkoop. Als je daar nu meer zou naar zoeken, zou dat eigenlijk al grote stappen vooruit zijn.
Er zijn veel soorten en iedereen gebruikt zo zijn gedacht om iets te bekomen.
Ja.
In plaats van, en ze zien dat dan ook niet verder. Dus achter 4 jaar, ze zijn bijvoorbeeld niet meer verkozen, komt iemand nieuws en dan is het, oh maar nee, dat was niet goed, we gaan dat opnieuw. Er is geen samenhorigheid.
Een belangstuk aan alles, heel lange termijnvisie.
Die zouden in feite moeten meer overleg. We hebben enorm veel mensen in de politiek, maar kordater zijn.
Ja.
Kordater.
Standvastiger.
En ook kordater ook in
beslissingen maken, niet zoveel praten.
Ja, beslissingen maken en ze uitvoeren. Vooral uitvoeren.
Ook belangrijk.
Dat is denk ik het belangrijkste van allemaal. Als ze die zouden kunnen uitvoeren, dan zou dat al een hele hoop problemen oplossen. Ja.